Hello guys, welcome back to our anime moment. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Before starting, there's something I tell you. Because of continues uploading the video. Subtitles in not available, so please understand. I read all of your comments. Today is explanation of Swallowed Star episode number 362 based on novel. So let's start. Nine Tiger River was mighty and majestic. Luo Feng stood on its golden waves and looked afar at the white, flying shuttle that was hovering in mid-air. His expression changed involuntarily. A flying palace-type true treasure. Aha! Luo Feng, a voice said, transmitted from the white flying shuttle. I admire you. You are absolutely a genius, and out of all the billions of races in this vast universe, you are indeed the cream of the crop. Within such a short period of time, when other great beings have thought of you as a top-tier universe overlord, they would never have suspected that you had already become a universe master. If not for this flying palace-type true treasure, I think today would have been my last. Ha ha ha. But now, I think it is just your luck. Just my luck? Luo Feng said, glaring at that white flying shuttle, furious. Very angry? Skyflower Knight's shrill voice mocked, transmitted over from that white flying shuttle. But what can you do to me when I am in this flying palace? Even if you were tens or hundreds of times stronger, the most you could do would be to stare helplessly. Luo Feng did feel that he had made a blunder. He had made elaborate preparations for the battle to fame this time. He had devised counteractions for various possible unforeseen circumstances. He might have proven his capabilities, as witnessed by the numerous great beings watching the fight from afar, and Skyflower Knight did admit that Luo Feng was indeed powerful, but after all this, one of the worst possible situations he had calculated had happened. Skyflower Knight owned a flying palace-type true treasure. In summation, there was no way he could make a clean kill and get rid of Skyflower Knight. This battle would not end conclusively. As for the question of whether he could force open the white flying shuttle, Luo Feng had no intentions of trying. A flying palace-type true treasure was the sturdiest type out of all treasures of the same level. Such treasures were the best at warding off material attacks. An ordinary flying palace-type true treasure, in terms of its degree of sturdiness, was comparable to that of a senior true treasure armor. A senior flying palace-type true treasure was thus comparable to a top-tier true treasure armor. Like Skywolf Master's Skywolf Palace, which was also a senior flying palace-type true treasure, it belonged to the minority of top-notch treasures, which, by the human race's exchange rates, was worth about 800 to 900 true treasure points. With it, Skywolf Master was able to run rampant about the universe. Even Primal Chaos City Leader and 9 Remoteness Master were unable to force Skywolf Palace apart. This flying shuttle was only slightly inferior to Skywolf Palace, but it was enough to run rampant in the universe. The majority of universe masters would not be able to do anything to it. Update by Skyflower Knight, who owned such a flying palace-type true treasure, usually could only depend on soul attacks. But Luo Feng was not skilled in launching soul attacks. Luo Feng put 9 Tiger River right away, transformed into light, and accelerated into space. Trying to escape, said Skyflower Knight. The white flying shuttle followed closely and quickly. Luo Feng and the white flying shuttle dashed through the sky, one after the other, while knights of different races watched from afar, dumbfounded. He actually had a flying palace-type true treasure. Skyflower Knight said that Luo Feng is a universe master. Of course he is a universe master. How strong he is. If he is not a universe master, what else can he be? Even a top-tier universe overlord lost 10% of his godly body with just one strike from Luo Feng. Other than a universe master, who could be that powerful? Skyflower Knight, are you sure you want to shadow me like this? Luo Feng said, looking behind him. Yes, said the voice from the white flying shuttle voiced. I have you under my watchful eye. There is no escape for you. Luo Feng swept one look at the gigantic white flying shuttle behind him, which was really something that he could not tackle. He was aware that the automaton race, bug soldiers, and demons had always been looking for information about his movements, so Skyflower Knight would naturally be tracking down his exact coordinates and promptly informing the higher-ups of his demon clan everything he knew about Luo Feng. Playing big? Thought Luo Feng. I'm afraid it is time to depend on the 9th volume now. Luo Feng's eyes flashed with traces of murderous intention. At the territory of Demon Clan, in the Dream Ancestors' secret region. The body that Skyflower Knight left within his race was rapidly brought back to the Dream Ancestor's secret region by a servant of God Country transportation. Upon arriving at Dream Ancestor's secret region, he immediately connected to virtual space with his consciousness. Like the automaton race, the demon clan also created a virtual world of their own. Even for Earth, a simple virtual space, Palace of War Gods, was previously created, and it was merely based on a simple thought. To achieve the far-reaching influence that spread throughout the universe like the virtual universe, where all the laws were adhered to, was a difficult feat. Yet if the area of virtual space was small and solely used for communication of information, that was much simpler and more achievable. The demon clan had such a virtual space. It was an area that enveloped the Dream Ancestor's secret region. Within the virtual space of the demon clan, amidst the clouds and mist, a group of towering white palaces were in continuous sequence. These were the residences of the Dream Ancestors. Among the clouds and mist, a long table was occupied by 9 figures. Above 8 of them was a large silvery white snake that was coiled up into a pan-shaped position. The snake's body was stretched outward into the distance, and amidst all the clouds and mist, it was hovering between being visible and remaining hidden. It was, nonetheless, a looming and massive figure. The other 8 figures were also comprised of an array of forms and looks. Obviously, these were all noble beings of the demon clan. Teacher? Skyflower Knight appeared out of nowhere, a body cloaked with snow-white hair. He bowed with unmatched reverence. The head of the silvery white snake looked over. You said you discovered Luo Feng and even mentioned that he was a universe master. Yes. Skyflower Knight replied. At that point in time, most of the other 8 universe masters seated around the table started voicing their thoughts loudly. Liar! That human Luo Feng cannot possibly have become a universe master so quickly. Impossible. Skyflower Knight continued. This is the truth. I have seen and tested him myself. If not for my flying palace-type true treasure, White Needle, which I earlier exchanged for with the race, I'm afraid I would have been annihilated by him. Impossible. To kill you, he must definitely have the power of a universe master. How long has he been cultivating himself? It seems impossible. The universe masters were still unwilling to believe what they had just heard. Only Dream Demon Ancestor remained silent as he observed their reactions. Skyflower Knight immediately said, words alone are useless. I shall let you all see the situation at that time. Then you all will clearly believe my words. With that, Skyflower Knight looked toward the sky and recalled everything that he had undergone. The scenes reenacted in his memory and were replayed as a simulation of the actual event from the beginning to end. From the start of his fight against Jia Wei Horde leader and Thousand Shadow Knight. Silence. All the universe masters watched with undivided attention. Billions of years of common knowledge told them that it was impossible to become a universe master in such a short cultivation period. Otherwise, one would be impossibly powerful. The simulation ended. All the universe masters remained silent for a moment. They all could tell the truth from the blows exchanged between Luo Feng and Skyflower Knight. For the first strike, the difference between the power of the two was not obvious. However, when Luo Feng served up his second attack, he brought forth such an immediate upsurge of power so strong that it caused Skyflower Knight to lose 10% of his godly body right away. The only missing detail that they could not see from the simulated scenes was how the incredible yet mysterious strike was dealt. Skyflower Knight did not know how Luo Feng had done it, so naturally, he was unable to replicate the exact nature of the move. One strike that could cause a split straight away. Just by posture alone, it was impossible to create a 100% simulation. That would be totally pointless. The true essence lay with the Beast God path, the path that could stir up and actuate countless lore engravings. This was a scene from memory that could not be simulated. Luckily, I hid in my flying palace, Skyflower Knight said solemnly. If not, I would have been annihilated. Not necessarily, Dream Demon Ancestor said, finally speaking up. Luo Feng may not necessarily be a universe master. When he was only an undying, he fought and killed Bark Mirror Emperor. When he was a universe knight, his godly body must already have been stronger than yours. With such a strong godly body, he must have chanced upon a unique opportunity or even been bestowed with a talent technique. Or he could have obtained a talent technique that was comparable to an ultimate technique of a universe master. The other universe masters nodded. Have you ever seen him controlling a part of time and space? Dream Demon Ancestor asked. No, Skyflower Knight shook his head. Just one stance of a powerful technique, said Dream Demon Ancestor. That may be a talent technique. Unless he is able to display two techniques, then one of them must be his own creation. Dream Demon Ancestor shook his head. Furthermore, you are still not powerful enough to make a correct identification. Only through a battle with him would a Universe Master will be able to clearly judge whether or not he is a Universe Master. Are you tracking him now? Yes. Skyflower Knight immediately added, he will not be able to escape. I am tracking him down, for sure. The silvery white snake went on to say, I will contact the automaton race and bug soldiers. This time around, with the joint efforts of the three races, we must eradicate Luo Feng. 3 beings arrived in the sky. They were the 3 Universe Supreme Masters from 3 Pinnacle races. The Silver Snake Head said, Luo Feng showed up on the original stars, and he has the power of a Universe Master. I've got the report as well, said the Phantom. Skyflower Knight of your demon race fought Luo Feng, and he's no match at all. He survived because of his Flying Palace-type true treasure. I have the information, too, said the breathtaking being. Good, said the Silver Snake Head. It's a great opportunity. We can cooperate with each other and kill him now. Of course we have to, but is he actually a Universe Master, the breathtaking being said. I want to know, too, said the Phantom. Although none of them believed Luo Feng could have become a Universe Master in such a short time, they all knew that the universe was constantly changing, and miracles were possible. The Silver Snake said, I'm not sure. Of course, I hope he's a Universe Master. The Universe Supreme Masters from the Automaton race and the Bug race wished the same thing, as Luo Feng was already too powerful, and it would be better if he actually was a Universe Master. If he was already a Universe Master, it meant Luo Feng wouldn't be too powerful later. I think he has an incredible inherited technique, and that was how he hurt my disciple, said the Silver Snake Head. If he's a Universe Knight, we need to kill him. Even if he's a Universe Master, we can still eradicate him. What do you think? My demon race alone might not succeed, but we have a much greater chance if we cooperate. Father God of Automaton race and Empress of Bug race both went silent. I agree. I'm on board. They both answered. Nobody can stop us if we cooperate, the Silver Snake said with a smile. I think we send 3 Universe Masters each, and 9 Universe Masters go to that original star at the same time to encircle them. 9 Universe Masters? You're overestimating Luo Feng. The Empress and Father God were reluctant, as there weren't enough Universe Masters within their races. We can't give him any chance if we want to kill him, said the Silver Snake Head. Otherwise, he'll get away and be stronger. If it weren't for that man being so crazy, our races would be suppressed by the human race. Don't underestimate the humans. They have great potential. I see that crazy man on Luo Feng. No? How is it possible? All of them were terrified, thinking of the crazy man who was annihilated. Think about how long Luo Feng has practiced, said the Silver Snake Head. I'll send 3, said the breathtaking being. I'll send 3 as well, said the Phantom. All the Universe Supreme Masters reached a consensus. Together, they would send 9 Universe Masters along with a great number of Universe Knights to kill Luo Feng. And the other powers would make sure the Hong Alliance didn't meddle. Luo Feng was flying on original star number 02933, and a white shuttle was following him. Still following me? Luo Feng looked behind him. All the 3 races have got the information, and they might have made a plan already. Fortunately, they don't know my trump card. It'll be a wonderful fight. Boundless golden waves showed up, and the white shuttle was covered by the waves, which slowed it down. 9 Tiger River? Skyflower Knight lowered his head, and his eye glinted disdainfully. Want to get away? Don't count on it. His godly power permeated. Useless. I'm in the 9 Tiger River, and you're controlling it. If you're a bit farther than me and I get out of it, I can keep following you. Skyflower Knight was confident. Time flew. 9 Tiger River moved forward, and Skyflower Knight was in 9 Tiger River. After a while. Why is he squandering his godly power by using 9 Tiger River? Skyflower Knight smirked, but then he was dazed. Wait. Space Law Domain. Skyflower Knight performed Law Domain. 2 law domains clashed with each other, and Skyflower Knight felt something wrong from the clash. Why did Luo Feng keep stopping him from inspection? Skyflower Knight heard a laugh, and the Golden River disappeared. Ha ha ha. Skyflower Knight. How stupid are you? A towering golden horned beast with 6 horns was standing in the sky. A head with snowy hair showed up from the shuttle and said, "Where's Luo Feng?" The golden horned beast smiled. "He's not here anymore." "Damn golden horned beast. How are you controlling the 9 Tiger River?" Skyflower Knight was anxious and infuriated. "We're best friends, and I've been adventuring through the original stars with him," said the golden horned beast. "I've been hiding in his world ring. He's already put 9 Tiger River back into the world ring and taken back his life imprint. That's how I use it." Golden horned beast smiled. "As for Luo Feng, he's flown far away." "Damn it," said Skyflower Knight. He clenched his teeth. He remembered that Luo Feng won the name of top-tier universe overlord because he had slaughtered a great many universe knights of other races, and many of them claimed to have been killed by a black, strange beast, or a golden horned beast. "How could I forget about the golden horned beast?" Skyflower Knight said, irritated. "Ha ha. Perhaps you can still catch Luo Feng now." Golden horned beast smiled, waved his wings, and flew away. Skyflower Knight was angry with himself. He had been tricked. Inside the virtual space of the demon race, Skyflower Knight had to report to his teacher, Dream Demon Ancestor. "Teacher," he said, "I lost Luo Feng." "Lost him?" All the races were irritated, but they couldn't do anything but change the plan immediately. They had to order the great beings from the Demon Race Alliance, the Bug Race Alliance, and the Automaton Race Alliance to search for Luo Feng on original star number 02933. They sent 9 Universe Masters to that original star. "Coming after me?" Luo Feng flew through the sky to where he meant to meet Golden Horned Beast. That Skyflower Knight was underestimating me. He was so easily tricked. Luo Feng was smiling when suddenly everything went silent. The first Universe Master of the 9 Universe Masters sent arrived at the original star, following the boundless energy. All the Universe Knights went quiet. They all knew that a Universe Master had arrived. "You're dead, Luo Feng," a deep voice said, trembling the ground. Luo Feng smiled. "Which Universe Master is it?" "Bug Race Alliance, Master of Bamf," came the answer. "You want to kill me?" Luo Feng chuckled. Luo Feng laughed louder and louder without caring about the space constraint around him. He kept flying. "These are Luo Feng's coordinates. Go there. Encircle him." The alliances quickly gave the order, and a great many Universe Knights on that original star went toward those coordinates, and even great beings of the 3 alliances on other original stars flew there. Hong Alliance got the information immediately and quickly made arrangements. On original star number 02933, where Master of Bamf stayed, another Universe Master had arrived. However, the space and time were in disorder because of the fight to control space and time, and neither of them was able to control the space and time. "It's a Universe Master from the Hong Alliance," Luo Feng realized. At the same time, Luo Feng got an email from his teacher, Primal Chaos City Leader. It read, "Luo Feng, Longyang Master has already arrived at your original star. This time, all the 3 Pinnacle races will try their best to kill you, and our alliance can only stall them. Even if I go there, I'll be constrained. I heard that you have the power of a Universe Master now. Can you guarantee you will survive that? Self-destruct if you can't. Understand?" The Hong Alliance wasn't worried. They'd given Luo Feng the soul-type true treasure after image. They knew that Luo Feng had the clone technique, and the worst he would suffer would be the loss of some true treasures. "Of course, I can," Luo Feng replied. "This is getting more and more interesting," he said to himself. "Time will tell. I don't know how this fight will end." Luo Feng beamed. 3 Universe Knights of the Demon Race Alliance were flying several 100 million miles away from Luo Feng. Though they were not of the demon race, they followed the order from Dream Demon Ancestor. "We're not far from that human Luo Feng," said a short man with a bloody beard. "According to the information from the Demon Race Alliance, we can find that human any time. Jin Ya and Puya, we must be careful now. Once we find that human Luo Feng, we need to keep following him. The reward from the alliances is huge, we understand," the other 2 short men said. They were all from a powerful race, but they all belonged to the Demon Race Alliance. "Big brother, we're much weaker than Luo Feng, and we'll definitely die if we're trapped in his 9 Tiger River. Which is why we need to be careful and don't get too close to him. We need to be at least 19 million miles away from the ground." And by doing that, we can see more than a 300 million square foot area. Besides, the information is clear that there are not many universe knights from other races. If the universe knight we see is not on the information, chances are, it's the human Luo Feng. I understand. The three alliances were extremely careful. When Master of Banff arrived, he immediately controlled the entire original star, and he knew every great being on the original star. He recorded all the universe knights of other races near Luo Feng and passed the information to all the members from the alliances. As long as it was not a universe knight in the information, it could be disguised by Luo Feng. The members needed to identify the stranger universe knights. And they would rather make wrong killings than let Luo Feng go. After all, it didn't mean anything to kill some universe knights. However, Luo Feng couldn't get away. 3 traces of light were flying in the sky. Look! The 3 men slowed down and saw a silver-armored and silver-winged man. Luo Feng wasn't camouflaging himself. Instead, he showed his true identity. It's the human Luo Feng. We found Luo Feng. It's him. They were all excited and anxious. They hadn't expected to find Luo Feng so quickly. Jin Ya, Puya, this is a great opportunity. The bloody-beard guy transmitted his voice. Stay away from him and he can do nothing. Even if we get killed, the alliances will revive us. Okay. The other 2 nodded. There was a promise from the alliances that if someone was killed, they would be resurrected, and the true treasures and treasures lost would be returned. And the more one contributed, the more he would be rewarded, which was why all the great beings devoted all their efforts. Stay 30 million miles away from him. We can go in 3 directions. We can't let him get away, and we need to make great contributions and get great rewards, the bloody-beard one said. The other 2 also nodded. They separated and tried to approach Luo Feng. All the bodies of the universe knights from the bloody-beard beings race gathered in a small universe secret region. They had a virtual space where they could pass the information back to their race immediately. And then, the seniors within his race would pass the information to the seniors in Demon Race Alliance. We've confirmed Luo Feng's coordinates, and there are 3 universe knights following him. Other universe knights are approaching him as well. The 3 alliances immediately passed the information on to the great beings of the races under them. All the universe knights, universe overlords, and even universe masters approached the new coordinates as quickly as possible. The golden waves were churning, covering 90 million square feet, but the 3 universe knights of the Buyuhan clan kept their distance. Luo Feng stepped on the waves and yelled, "Back off and I'll spare your lives." Ha ha ha. Human Luo Feng, are you kidding me? We don't need you to spare our lives. We're 6 million miles away from Nine Tiger River. What can you do about us? You're indeed powerful, but we're millions of miles away from you. Human Luo Feng, this is your doom. All the great beings of our alliances are racing toward you. It won't help no matter how you're trying to disguise yourself. Stop running. All of them laughed and looked confident. Luo Feng frowned. If he kept being watched, his route would be exposed, and the 3 alliances would easily know where he was, which was not good for his plan. I have to use it, thought Luo Feng. I need to show my skill. Luo Feng stood still and stared at the 3 universe knights of other races in the distance. I didn't want to kill you, he said. Don't blame me. You kept following me. Luo Feng stood still, which confused those 3. Why wasn't Luo Feng running? Not our concern. We're more relaxed if he doesn't run. Just when the 3 bearded guys transmitted their voices to speak to one another. A being shone at the edge of golden waves and disappeared, then reappeared in a flash 6,000 miles away again. Hundreds of shadows shone and approached those 3 universe knights, which terrified them. Teleportation? Nobody can do teleportation on the original stars. Not even universe masters. It's an inherited technique, it must be. They were all in panic. What they did not know, however, was that Luo Feng was not teleporting. Mosha body was performing his inherited technique, domain, and with his godly power, mind, and willpower, he was able to teleport himself over 100 times in 1 second. He could travel millions of miles a second. After only 3 seconds, Mosha body arrived at where the black-bearded man was, and his blade became a shining, golden light. The golden light was sharp and cold, and fast. The black-bearded man waved his hammer and shield, trying to defend himself. Although Mosha body was weaker than the Golden Horned Beast body and the original Earthling body, it was still a Universe Knight with a life gene level 100 times. And he was performing the ultimate technique of Universe Masters, Golden Light. Mosha body was as powerful as the Golden Horned Beast and the original Earthling body before they became Universe Knights. One attack, and the black-bearded man's godly body trembled and was annihilated. No? How is it possible? The other two Universe Knights were terrified after seeing their friend killed in one attack. The bloody-bearded being started to report the information and said, "Is able to perform a skill like teleportation. A skill that can only be performed by special life forms like Mosha clan, and it's really powerful. One attack can kill a senior Universe Knight." After 2 seconds, another Universe Knight was killed. After 4 seconds, the last Universe Knight was killed. The fight was finished. 3 Universe Knights had been killed in 10 seconds. Nobody could even put up a fight. Mosha body was as powerful as Purple Rain Knight. And the original Earthling body could rival a Universe Master. Mosha body could fight the most powerful world tree. Even Flourishing Light Horde leader, wearing an ordinary true treasure armor, was killed by one attack, not to mention those senior Universe Knights without any true treasures protecting them. Luo Feng took the treasures and put away 9 Tiger River. An alliance of 3 races, Luo Feng's eyes glinted fiercely. The 3 races alliances got the information from the 3 Universe Knights who had just died. There was recorded footage showing Luo Feng's black, godly body breathing fire. This led the Demon race, Automaton race, and Bug race to conclude that Luo Feng had the clone technique. That body was a Mosha body. He can perform the inherited technique domain. And he has the inherited technique duplicate. However, the Mosha race is good at hiding and fleeing, but they are not good at fighting. He killed a senior Universe Knight with one attack. Did he actually become a Universe Master? The seniors from the 3 races were all shocked. On original star number 02933, the top 3 powers consisting of the Demon Alliance, the Automaton Race Alliance, and the Bug Clan Alliance had joined efforts in their desire to hunt and kill Luo Feng. News of such a major movement would naturally spread to the other forces like the Northern Territory Alliance and 9 Territory Alliance, all of which had temporarily moved out of the source region of the looming storm. At that very moment, there was a total of 2,102 Universe Knights from the Bug Clan Alliance on this original star and 1,906 Universe Knights from the Automaton Race Alliance. The Demon Alliance had the greatest number in the first place, and with a large base and the total number of Universe Knights present was 5,230. Altogether, the total number of Universe Knights exceeded 9,000. And this was only the beginning amount. At that moment, there were still other Universe Knights rushing to this original star, which was merely one out of the 10,081 original stars. The number was still increasing continuously, and for now, at least 1/5 of the total number of Universe Knights from these 3 alliances, scattered all over the 10,081 original stars, were present on this original star. Could there be a force as great as that of a Universe Master? Would there be the Mosha body? A great being from the Automaton race, flying in mid-air, shook his head and sneered. So, for all those present in the danger zone who are not members of any of the 3 alliances, all shall be killed? What a joke that just one human, Luo Feng, could create such a great commotion. But the response makes sense, since only a handful of those left in the danger zone are not members of any of the 3 alliances. The danger zone referred to an area with a radius of 3 billion miles, with Luo Feng as its center. The number of Universe Knights from the 3 alliances within this danger zone was gradually increasing. Every great being had the ability to see things at a distance as far as hundreds of millions of kilometers away. This greatly increased the chances of Luo Feng being discovered, which could happen at any moment. Diving Sail Knight, a great being from the Automaton race, was leisurely cruising in midair as he commented, "The 3 alliances, from the start of the hunt until now, have seen the annihilation of countless Universe Knights. Fortunately, the higher-ups of the 3 alliances have committed to a promise that they would reverse time and space to resurrect those who have died and to return the treasures registered under those who have died and underwent resurrection. Otherwise, out of the numerous Universe Knights, who would be willing to risk the danger of losing their lives? Without the numerous Universe Knights willing to take the risk, this hunting plan would never be carried out." Diving Sail Knight was a universe overlord and had been roaming about the original star as a lone wanderer. Leisurely he flew, but his eyes were constantly scanning his surroundings, observing every trace of life from the flowers and the grass to the lake waters. Given the speed of calculation of his consciousness, he could easily discover any suspicious spots. Within the entire original star, every living being, from flowers to grass to earth and land, existed as though they were one. Even if one were damaged, it would be able to recover rapidly. If a Mosha body transformed into a stone and tried to hide in that guise, by meticulous sensing, one would easily be able to tell that this stone looked out of place with everything else on the original star. After flying around for some time, Diving Sail Knight's eyes lit up as he saw a silver light that was far away, almost 60 million miles away. Amidst that silver light was a black-haired man with silver armor and silver wings. The human, Luo Feng. Diving Sail Knight closed the distance between them right away but was prepared to maintain a fair amount of distance between them. After all, the two were far from each other right now. The moment Luo Feng charged into the forest, with all the weeds in the deserted plains, he would be more difficult to spot. "I have found Luo Feng. His latest coordinates are," Diving Sail Knight immediately reported to his race. Suddenly, at the main command ground of the three alliances, upon receiving the latest coordinates of Luo Feng's whereabouts, a new spot was added onto the diagram showing the route of Luo Feng's movement. The higher-ups sent out orders immediately to get over 9,000 Universe Knights to move toward the coordinates of Luo Feng's latest whereabouts. Around half an hour later, a sharp and cold golden light sliced through the air. Although Diving Sail Knight was doing his best to ward off the attacks, he was still like a tiny ant facing a speeding truck. The cold blade brought about a bone-piercing chill that sliced right through his armor. The terrifying impact immediately reached the maximum limit of this senior true treasure. A godly body that was almost 30 feet tall felt a great jolt, then faced complete annihilation. "I have a senior true treasure armor, but I was still unable to ward off one strike from his Mosha body. Is he really a Universe Master? Luckily, I have stored my most important true treasure back in God Country." Such thoughts flashed through Diving Sail Knight's mind as he felt his entire godly body disintegrating. Then his consciousness fell into a limitless darkness. Mosha body kept the true treasure suspended in midair and said softly, "Diving Sail Knight did not bring his most acclaimed true treasure, Diving Sail Wings, with him." From killing Diving Sail Knight, he only managed to obtain a piece of senior true treasure armor, an ordinary true treasure weapon, and a world ring. The legendary Diving Sail Wings was nowhere to be found. Even so, "I have still earned quite a fair bit," said Mosha body. "Killing one Universe Overlord, I can earn much more than killing 10 senior Universe Knights." Luo Feng stood on the water surface of Nine Tiger River while he waited for Mosha body to return. Then, with a single thought in mind, he summoned Mosha body back into his world ring. At the same time, he put away the ghost blade that Mosha body had taken earlier to carry out his mission. Ghost blade was a top-tier true treasure. It was mighty and extremely powerful. Luo Feng had to contribute many of his treasures and a handful of treasures from the Blood Cloud treasure vault to his race to be able to exchange for this ghost blade. Previously, Luo Feng had needed to deal 2 strikes before he could slice through Parachopper Knight's senior true treasure armor to kill him. Diving Sail Knight also wore senior true treasure armor, and his godly body was almost 30 feet tall, which was even more massive. If Mosha body had used Bohi sword, then whether it was 10 strikes or 100 strikes, the number would not matter. Mosha body could rely on the ghost blade to bring out a sudden upsurge of power, causing his opponent's senior true treasure armor's defense level to fall by a great deal. That was when he could achieve a clean kill with a single strike. And this was only a top-tier true treasure. Luo Feng thought to himself. If this was a pinnacle true treasure or a supreme true treasure, what power would that be? Top-tier true treasures were usually used by Universe Masters. Even if a Universe Knight might own one, usually, top-tier Universe Overlords only owned about 1 to 2 such treasures. The 16th Universe Knight and the 1st Universe Overlord, Luo Feng said to himself as he stored Nine Tiger River and started another round of rapid escape. During the escape, he interchanged between his original Earthling body and Mosha body. When he was in the form of Mosha body, he would use his talent technique domain to rapidly change position, trying his best to increase the difficulty for the 3 alliances trying to surround him. Every Universe Knight from these 3 alliances that he met along his way, he had killed without a trace of mercy, then claimed the loots of his victory. There were a dozen higher-ups in the main command ground of the 3 alliances, and they were all in rage. The number of Universe Knights from the 3 alliances that have been killed by Luo Feng has reached 115, of which there are 3 Universe Overlords. That annoying fellow. Let him gloat all he wants, let him go crazy. Now that the danger zone is shrinking, the chances of finding him are greatly increased. Besides, Master of Banff is rushing here as quickly as he can. It won't be long before Master of Banff arrives. The area where he can escape is getting smaller. Let him enjoy his last crazy moments. Luo Feng was too ruthless, and his success rate in killing was much too high. The responsibility of resurrecting these Universe Knights ultimately fell back on them, the Universe Masters within the alliances. On the original star, the number of Universe Knights coming from the three alliances had exceeded 10,000, and there were many who had entered the danger zone, causing a sharp increase in the number of Universe Knights from the three alliances within the danger zone. It was getting more troublesome for Luo Feng to hide his tracks, and his disguises had become pointless. Transforming into a stone? He would be out of place on this original star and would be detected and discovered in no time. Transforming into a knight of some other race? He would be courting his own doom in a place where killing without mercy was the rule rather than the except. Transforming into dead members of the three alliances? Everyone knew that senior Universe Knights moved about in groups, so the only disguise he could take was one of a Universe Overlord. But how many Universe Overlords had he killed in total? Besides, the three alliances would know right away how many Universe Overlords had died at Luo Feng's hands, so it would not be difficult to recognize him that way. As for transforming into the Universe Overlords of the three alliances who were alive, Luo Feng had never set eyes on any of them before, so there was no way he could replicate their form or aura. Furthermore, the coordinates of every Universe Overlord were in the records of the main command grounds, which had been keeping close tabs. Luo Feng would be most easily seen through. In conclusion, there was nowhere he could escape to. Just as he had changed his direction, he met three Universe Knights of the three alliances. Upon killing them, he found himself facing another Universe Knight soon enough. The chances of discovering my tracks are getting higher, said Luo Feng. These Universe Knights maintain a far distance from one another, and it would put a toll on my Mosha body if I were to go after them. Previously, when I fought with 4 Universe Knights, I only managed to kill 3. One escaped. Luo Feng's eyes flashed traces of red. However, since all of you are so crazy as to leave me no other options, then bring it on. Let's go for a kill. The more he killed, the more murderous and bloodthirsty Luo Feng became. 160. 180. 200. 240. 280. 320. Luo Feng had gone crazy in his killing spree. As the chances of running into the Universe Knights from the three alliances multiplied, the speed at which Luo Feng killed them likewise increased. With every kill he made, Luo Feng made sure to take away all spoils of his victory. The higher-ups of the three alliances were growing increasingly furious. Human Luo Feng. After killing you, all that you have taken shall be ours again. Bamf, how long more to reach Luo Feng? He has been changing his whereabouts, but not too long. Just let him struggle a little more for now. Master of Bamf was rushing in Luo Feng's direction at the fastest he could. He was now the Universe Master closet to Luo Feng. In the whole of this original star, there were 4 Universe Masters from these 3 alliances that had arrived. However, Longyang Master's interference hindered them from expanding the area of time and space under their control. In the vast sky of the original star, a gigantic whirlpool tunnel hovered in midair. With an overwhelmingly towering height of over 500,000 miles, a gigantic figure stepped out of the tunnel and appeared in midair. It had a huge mountain of a body with 8 hooves that resembled heavenly pillars, and 4 long, thick arms. Right in the middle of its mountainous body was a humongous eyeball. He was an incomparably powerful presence whom the Demon Alliance had courted with an extremely generous offer of countless benefits, Tongling Master. Tongling Master was a special life form that had been born at the birth of the universe. Special life forms may have been powerful, but once a special life form had cultivated itself to reach the level of a Universe Master, that was the true show of power. Of course, many top powers would be vying to invite him to join their race. When he was still at the level of a Universe Knight, he had finally made a decision and joined the Demon Alliance. Tongling Master's booming laughter brought tremors to the limitless and vast ocean waters. The unending black waters spread out in an instant to enshroud the ocean, forests, deserts, swamps, and deserted plains. It was almost as though within a split moment, it had completely enshrouded the entire original star. The entire original star was then enveloped by a vast black ocean containing a fearsome restraining force that was simply unbelievable. All the great beings, including Luo Feng, were completely engulfed by the black waters. This video will end here.